Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it's about 3:08 in the afternoon. I just got in the door about 43 minutes ago. And that was my dog, she was yawning. But yeah, I just got in the door 43 minutes ago. Originally, I was supposed to get off at 2 o'clock today, but thank God, thank the Lord for paid time off, PTO as they call it, PPTO, protected paid time off. Yeah, you got two PTOs at my job. You got paid time off and PPTO, which is protected paid time off. So thank God for those, and thank God I've been able to accumulate enough hours in this new quarter, as it's a new beginning, to be able to take the time I needed. But here's what's interesting, just to get this off my chest, just to mention this. Usually the home resources or the home resource people or the assistant managers are the ones that usually, how do I put this, approve or reject requests for paid time off, especially if it's within the same day. But the one thing I've learned about with my job, and I'm hopefully this is with any other job out there, is if you work a certain amount of hours and you get off at a certain time, but let's say in my case you got to catch a bus to come home, thankfully if you have the time accumulated even in the short period of a new start, of a fresh start, you're able to utilize that within the same day, and it doesn't have to just be approved by the assistants or the home resources. It actually can be approved by the system. It's an automatic thing. It's an automatic thing. In other words, what is the best example I can put out to you guys? But by it being automatically, well, not totally automatic, well, not right away automatically, but just, automatically. I don't know what a good example could be, but it's something along the lines of, well, this might not be the best of examples, but when a site like YouTube or Dailymotion or Vimeo, well, mostly YouTube, we'll say that, it's not probably the best example, but it's very similar, is when you upload a video, and after it's uploaded, it's processing, and you're wondering why the 95%, when it gets to 95%, why is it taking a little bit longer than usual? It's because it's basically catching on to any copyrighted material. Like, it's figuring out, should the video be blocked? Is it just copyrighted these songs and they're okay to use? Is it copyrighted this footage and it's okay to use or not? It's kind of similar to that, where it's got to be what figures out exactly, what it needs to look into for okayness or not okayness. And it's the same here. Basically, the system will automatically look at the hours you have, and even though it might take a bit, maybe an hour or so, not that long, it will say, okay, we're going to approve this. A good example of that today was, I originally I was going to do 1:45. I was going to get off at 1:45 and try to catch the bus on the other side of the street, across the street where the other stop is. I didn't need to do that, thankfully, because what happened is one of my CSMs, who's younger than me, she's like in her early 20s, suggested I kind of re-edit my PTO. So I go and re-edit the PTO, and I find out that the 15 minutes has been approved. So I choose the option to cancel it. It shows that it's canceled after being approved, and then I change it to, and then I put in a different request saying 1:30 to 2, between 1:30 and 2, and it approves it. So basically, it, like I said, it looks at the time I've accumulated and says, okay, that person, he's got the time to do this, even in this short span so far of this new beginning, of this first new quarter. Just checking my dog there. She's biting at a flea on a paw. She's okay. She's fine. But anyway, like I said, it figured out exactly I had the time to do it. So yeah, that's why I'm home already. Because here's the thing: if that was not the case, right about right now, I'd still be waiting for the bus to show up to pick me up. So, yeah, thank God for PTO and PPTO. But anyway, you're not just here to hear me talk about that, which is now about, what? 5 minutes in, 5 minutes and 14 seconds in. No, you're not here to hear me talk about that. You're here to hear me talk about recent pickups. And recent pickups as of today. Yes, as of today, I got some recent pickups. Yes, I did. And some of these I've kind of had my eye on for a bit, and some I just felt that I needed to kind of get my hands on because, well, I just felt it helps me out in the long run. It really does. So, what did I get as of today's recent pickups? Basically what I did during my lunch, which is kind of unusual because today I was scheduled for 4.5 hours, and usually with that kind of a schedule, you don't need to take a lunch. You just take a break, maybe 2, and that's it. Here I took an hour lunch, and it states on there 10:45 to 11:45. Huh? What? You know, I'm like, huh? What? I even told the people, I was like, this don't make sense, but okay. You know, this don't make sense, but okay, I'll do it. I'm assuming it's because of the fact that if I didn't take the lunch hour, I would have worked 5 hours, 5.5 hours. 8:30 to 2. You know. But anyway. During my lunch, I ended up doing a little shopping, and I got my hands on a few things. Now, I got AAA batteries because, of course, my wireless mouse works on AAA. And I'm trying to think, did I get anything? Well, I did get something through Amazon. I have to look it up again. But I'm looking at one of the things I got through Amazon real quickly, to show you real quickly. It was this storybook version of Sapphire Shores. I ended up getting her. Ooh, I touched the remote. Didn't want to do that. I ended up getting volume 16 of IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures collection books, which is basically the last issues of the Archie comic series when it was under the Archie license. And I think that's about it. I think those are the only 2 things I can think of. Let me check real quickly. I know I'm going to be showing you some of the pickups today, so don't worry. This it won't take too long. Oh yeah, the photo album right there for the MLP cards. It's an MLP Collector's Ultra Pro Collector's binder, and then of course the Ultra Pro My Little Pony deck sleeves with rarity on them. Those are the only ones, the other things that I ended up getting. And I did a package opening. You can check that out as well. But anyway, we are about, what is it? About 8 minutes 35 seconds in. Let's get into the recent pickups that I got of today. Basically today's recent pickups. And like I said, some of the things I've had my eye on, some I've been looking at for a while, considering. So first of all, 2 things that I did get my hands on. There are some other movies I do plan to get the Grinch movie. I know some people probably think that would be a waste. I'm also thinking of getting Jump Force and Kingdom Hearts 3 in the future as well, on PlayStation 4. That is. Well, I'm trying to think, maybe I'll get Jump Force on Xbox One, because I don't have that many Xbox One titles. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 maybe, and more PS4s than anything, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, the movies I did pick up today, I think both are Academy Award nominees. But the first one that I should have got when the gift set was out, because they had a gift set. They had a gift set box where they had a Queen t-shirt in there, but I didn't get it. So I ended up getting this one instead. So I ended up getting the Blu-ray version instead, and that is Bohemian Rhapsody. And my older sister has told my mom that she needs to see this. So finally she'll be able to see it. And included with it is the complete live and movie performance, not seen in theaters. And it's to experience the full Live Aid movie experience, not seen in theaters. So that's pretty cool to get that in there. So we got Bohemian Rhapsody. And then, this was kind of a surprise. I mean, I know it's nominated for an Academy Award, I think for Best Picture, and Lady Gaga is nominated for Best Actress, I'm assuming. We got the recent 2018 remake of A Star is Born. Yes, that's right. We got A Star is Born, the remake, which is getting a lot of reviews, rave reviews, especially Gaga and her performances in the lead. So actually pretty cool to have this. And even though it's rated R, it's one of those movies that my mom says, look, I'll fast forward through certain scenes that she'll sit down and she'll watch because she saw the original. Bohemian Rhapsody, I think she'll sit down and watch too because, you know, she knows about Queen, and these are the kind of movies that she can really enjoy and get into. And I know this because she hasn't seen it yet, but there is a trailer for Rocket Man, which is the Elton John biopic. So I know she'd be probably interested in seeing that when it comes out in theaters this year. And that's my dog. She's all right. She's just hacking a little bit of allergies, you know, with this weather and everything. But anyway, so yeah, got those two movies to add to the collection, as well as in addition to, like I said, what Frank Hill sent me, which was the Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13 Ghosts, and the complete series of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Now, on top of that, and I also got Reign of the Superman as well, the follow-up to the Death of Superman animated feature. But, okay, now, following up on that, I should say, I also got a few other things. Of course, added to my pony collection. I ended up getting 2 more of the re-releases of the classic editions of MLP. These are the re-release of classics, just like the rarity one was. Or they're called the Classic Series. So we got Classic Rainbow Dash and Classic Applejack. These are basically remolds, reissues of some of the figures that came out when the series debuted. But you could tell but again, like I said with Rarity, you could tell that they've been remolded a little bit to be reissued, to have a bit of a more updated appearance. You can kind of see that. So, ended up getting Applejack and Rainbow. And what's funny is they still had Twilight, they still had plenty of Twilight, they still had plenty of Pinky and Fluttershy. Rainbow and Applejack were selling. It seems that these two were the most popular, and I think Rarity was right behind them. So I basically got three of the most popular figures selling right now. And then on top of that, of course, as you saw, I got Magical Rarity, Magical Saloon Rarity, or Magical Hair Rarity, and now I got Whoa, that was crazy. Just flew out of my hands there. I got Pinkie Pie. So Pinkie and Rarity are the only ones, along with Celestia and Luna, that got released. Now Pinkie and Rarity, like I said, are the only ones to be sold, to come out with the magical salon, magical hair kind of deal. But what's funny about Pinkies, and unless this is going to be an added design, an added trait to her already established look, I mean the Pinky look, if you know what I mean. If this is going to be something they're going to add on to her character, because this is, of course, Pinky. She has, what is it? She has eyeshadow on her. She has like a bluish eyeshadow, kind of similar to Rarity's. So it makes you wonder if maybe they're going to add, that's going to be like, you know how like when shows get towards the final seasons, they like to kind of redesign the characters, put a little tweaks here and there. It makes you wonder if they're gonna put some mascara on Pinkie Pie to do that, or this is just for the figure. But anyway, yeah, I got Pinkie, and I think these are the only ones to be Magical Saloon. I don't think they've released Twilight or Applejack or Fluttershy or Rainbow yet. But I think the closer we get to season 9 and the closer we get to that summer special Rainbow Road Trip, I think is when we're going to start seeing the other characters released in this Magical Saloon style. So yeah, I ended up getting Pinkie finally. So I got both Pinkie and Rarity. And then last but not least, I've been looking at this for about a couple of months. As you know, for my streams, my live streams on YouTube, I've been using the Rockstar microphone that came with the Beatles Rock Band, or comes with any kind of Rock Band set. I've been using the Rock Band, I should say, microphone with a pop filter on it. Well, I've decided to kind of switch up a little bit, and I'm going with this. This is the Logitech H390 headset with USB connection. So yeah, there you go. It's got a USB connection. It's by Logitech, which of course I do have a headset by them I do have a headset that I got by them a long time ago, several years ago, many years ago, that I would use on the computer, as well as I would use sometimes with my digital recorder. But now I have this, so I'll be using this on the computer. And what it does as well is, because I have to turn my chair a little bit, and the microphone was always like on this side, not this. It's like the microphone was on this side, not this side, so the door would sometimes hit it. I was thinking about moving it a little bit, maybe over to here, but I figured, you know what, why not just, get something different and go with it, and just save the microphone just in case, something happens in the future. So I ended up finally getting this, and I think this is going to be better, because even though there are some people that use microphones, like the Yeti series or Rock Band series or whatever, there are other people, like let's say Angry Joe and Linkara, Lewis Lovehog, and I think Doug Walker and many others, that use a headset like this because it's more mobile. It's more mobile for them to use, and they don't have to bump into the mic or anything like that. So yeah, I ended up getting this, and it came out. It was distributed, I think. Trying to see here. Hold on, guys. Let me just look at this real quickly. It was distributed. Doesn't really say what year. Well, maybe it'll say it down here. 2017. So it's not that old. It came out in 2017, but it was actually copyrighted, I think, in 2017 and then distributed last year. So for $25 though, gonna really see what it can do. And I got the one in the back, not the one in front, but the one in the back, as my mom would suggest. So gonna start using this maybe today, maybe as soon as today. But yeah, those are gonna that's pretty much what I got as far as today's pickups go. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you later. And let me know what kind of microphone or headset you use for your recordings. Peace out, and God bless.